In our first episode of the series, we sat down with Laura O'Neill, co-founder of Leeuwen Ice Cream and Selamat Pagi Indonesian restaurant. She inspired us with her adventurous attitude and her honest approach to business.
I am one of the three co-founders of Leeuwen Ice Cream. It's an ice cream business that we began back in 2008. And then our other project is Selamat Pagi, which is an Indonesian restaurant which we opened a little over a year ago in Greenpoint.
Did you have a larger vision for how you wanted the company to develop, or were you just like, let's start with this truck? Did you have any clue that it was going to become what it became?
I think coming from Melbourne, which is a smaller city, I don't think I knew how much things could take off in a city like New York.
Yeah.
But I think the three of us, once we started making the ice cream and tasting it, we knew we were onto something really special. And what we were doing, it was very honest. We weren't trying to put a spin on it. We weren't trying to be, oh, this is the next thing, let's do this. We were just let's make great ice cream.
What is your most grounding act or ritual that you sort of try and incorporate into your everyday?
I kind of always find myself writing these scrappy little lists of how things are or how I want them to be. I guess when things are not going great, it's always a good opportunity to kind of check yourself and be well, what is good, and what am I grateful for, and what do I want to kind of change. My notes section of my phone, if anyone ever found that, would just be the key to my soul. So yeah, that's kind of an actual a physical ritual that is part of most of my day.
When did you get to a place where you're oh, I want something more, and sort of went towards music?
I think for me, to be happy, I need to have a lot of things going on. Music is something that I've started up recently more seriously. So I have a band called Laura and Greg, and we're making our first album, which will be out in the spring. It's never been about kind of having to make time for these things. It just has to be a part of what I do.
What is the lesson that you're always learning?
No matter what you do, just do it really honestly, and do things, I guess, for the right reasons. In business, do something that you're passionate about. So don't open a new American French bistro because those are really popular in New York and you'll probably make a lot of money, but do a Balinese restaurant because you're really inspired by that cuisine, and don't just do a food truck because it's a fad. Bring a product that you think people should be able to get, and use the money that you save on overheads to put into your product. And yeah, just I don't know, I could never do anything that I didn't believe in.